What's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast 77 stream. Hope you guys are enjoying your early Saturday afternoon. Today we are continuing yet again with our FC26 Newcastle United Season 1 Manager Career Mode. Apologies that the last 2 or 3 days I haven't done the 2 streams a day I've been wanting to be doing this summer. It is just because it has been incredibly hot the last few days, and it has been a struggle to properly stream in this heat. It starts to cool down now, and we are going to continue playing. We're almost 3/4 way through the season, and Newcastle have every trophy to play for. I'm playing leisure and most slides are fair. I'm only allowed to buy 2 to 3 players per season. I bought Lookman and Van der Ven at the start of the season, and as it stands, we're just seeing about that. We are first in the Premier League, leading by 2 points over Manchester City. We are in the round of 16 of the Champions League, but we are leading 3-0 against Villarreal in the round of 16. We are in the Carabo Cup final playing against Burnley today, and we are in the FA Cup quarter final, so today is big. So we got 5 games to play. 2 big league games against Chelsea away and Palace away. They're big games in terms of the Premier League title race. The other 3 games, still big. Champions League round 16 second leg. Yes, we're winning 3-0, but it's still big. But I think the biggest game today is the one against Burnley. Carabo Cup final. It's big. Very big. Somehow we've managed to get a draw against... Well, we managed to play against Burnley. And it's quite interesting, actually, because... I mean, to me... I don't understand how we get Burnley in the final. I don't know how we've gotten to the final of the Carabo Cup. It is history for Newcastle. They are the holders of that cup. Yes. But they have only won 1 trophy in the last 56 years, which was this trophy. So we'd love to win that. That will be certainly the biggest game of the stream. Chance for Burnley's first piece of silverware. You've got 2 big Premier League games. You've got a big game against Villarreal in the Champions League. And a game against Liverpool in the FA Cup, which is probably going to be the hardest game in my opinion, considering Liverpool have already beat us twice this season. We have only lost 3 games the whole season. 2 of them was against Liverpool. So by the end of the stream, we could still be 2 points top of the Premier League. We could have won a trophy, the Carabo Cup, 1 out of 4. We could be in the Champions League quarterfinals, and we could be in the FA Cup semis. So massive stream, really. Last stream, we won all of our games. Beat City in a massive title race game. Beat Everton. Beat United. 3 big Prem games, smashed Barnsley, and then smashed Villarreal in the Champions League. So, you know, we've never won Champions League or a Premier League in our history, but right now we're on track to doing so. Now, the only weaknesses I will say for this season is simply the set pieces. Our set pieces aren't good enough. I've only scored 3 this season. 2 of them were penalties. 1 of them was a corner. It's not good enough, really. It's useless, our corners this season. Tonali Hall's deliveries aren't good enough. Joelinton's the only one going with headers, and even his headers aren't good enough, really. So, it's not good at all. Either way, we have a FIFA stream today. And it won't be the only stream today, I'll guarantee you that. Probably should show my contract negotiations. I think, obviously, first game against Chelsea in the Prem. Last time we played them, we were 2-1 up until the 88th minute, where we conceded. Heartbreak, we did deserve to win that game. Obviously, the Premier League, you know, it's been remarkable this season for Newcastle. We are, at this moment, overachieving and doing a lot better than people expected. Not in terms of the Carabo Cup and the FA Cup. We were expected to try and win the Carabo Cup or the FA Cup, try and win the double. But in terms of the Premier League and the Champions League, we're on the brink of being in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, which is remarkable. I know the board wanted me to get to the semi-finals, which is asking a bit too much, actually. But we're doing very well. We're effectively in the quarterfinals. And the Premier League is the main talking point, considering we are top of the league with 3 months of the season left to go and only lost 3 games the whole season. It's our form, really. It's absolutely fantastic. It's untouchable. Really is. It's remarkable. Every player's done well this season. Yes, we've had our injuries, but we've still got through them really well. You know, everyone's got their injuries, but a lot of teams let it stop them, not us. We still win our games. We still dug in when we needed to. Barely dropped any points even with his injuries, and then players got back and still kept on performing. Obviously, last stream, Anthony Gordon and Bruno Guimaraes returned from their injuries, and they both performed spectacularly against United and City and Everton. So, what are you going to do? You're not opening those, by the way, because I'm taking no chance. But later we'll have a Fortnite stream. We'll also have a mixed stream, Pinktown Red / Roblox FIFA Super Soccer. Might have another musical. Flipping now. Right, Premier League. So obviously Chelsea 4th in the league, so they're not exactly a bad team at all. I think this title race is a 3-horse race. It kind of is. Arsenal, I mean, 5 to 6 points behind us. City, only 1 point behind us at the moment. So, still very, very close. And obviously, no matter what happens this season, we can bring reinforcements in next season. You know, we can fight for it again next season. This season was just supposed to be a rebuild, but it's actually, after Isak left, but it's actually more than that. We really are aiming for every trophy. No matter what happens this season, we need to come out with at least 2 trophies. We're in the thick of it for 4 trophies. We haven't actually won a single trophy out of those 4 yet. We're only in 1 final. Long way to go in the Prem and the Champions League. The FA Cup still got a decent amount to go with Liverpool next. As long as we win 1 trophy this season, maybe 2. My objective was to win 1 trophy this season and get top 4, but because of the strong, massively strong position we're in this season with the form of the 2 players I've bought this season being fantastic, you reckon we could win the Carabo Cup and the FA Cup at least. Premier League and Champions League, we can't get over the line in those, then we'll have to try and get reinforcement this season. But the front 3 is brilliant. They're not going to be replaced next season. I can tell you now, the back 2 and the keeper ain't going to be replaced. It probably would be a better midfielder to replace Joelinton. Probably, and that midfielder to replace Joelinton would be a better set piece taker, that's for sure. And then someone on the left back or right back to replace one of those 2. But obviously, do remember that No matter how many trophies we win this season, one season is not enough for longevity. You can't say career most boring. This season has been very tough. We could have lost so many more games this season. We've salvaged so many late winners, and we're nowhere out of the woods yet. Every game is quite good. Yes, we smash some teams sometimes, but only the lower teams are expected to beat quite comfortably. But obviously, next season's about maintaining that good form, maintaining the trophies if we get that this season. Still a long way to go to getting any trophies at the moment. Our first game is against Chelsea away from home at Stamford Bridge. Newcastle have their full fit team playing today. Lookman, Gordon, Alanga that front three. Guimarães back. Cher was actually suggesting he was back from injury. And he is able to play in 12 days after his broken ankle injury. So he may come back to the fold, but Botman's done really well to replace him. And if anything, he's actually been better. Massive game, obviously Newcastle, as they are, they're in a title race. 1 point above City, so any droppages of points could result in Newcastle falling to second again, with the chasing pack with Arsenal City chasing them. Chelsea fourth. Good game last time we played them. Should have won, but conceded late on. We'll see what version of Chelsea we play today. But that front three is electrifying. So here we go, boys. Every game, just take it step by step. Gotta win it. We're not expected to be in this title race, but we are, and we have been for ages, and we've only lost 3 games this season. I think the worrying thing is we've got Liverpool in the FA Cup later on the stream, and we've only lost 3 times this season. Liverpool has beaten us twice, and we have them in the FA Cup later. Obviously got a Carabo Cup later on the stream as well. Champions League second leg, round of 6 mil. We're taking game by time. Armada Lookman, 39 goals, a Premier League top scorer. He's shattered Erling Haaland's record by 3 goals with a few months to go. One of the best goal scoring seasons by a striker. One of the best debut seasons by a Newcastle player in history, and some. Chelsea welcome Newcastle United at Stamford Bridge. And it's another game in the title. It's another game for Newcastle trying to remain top. It's only their 4th game in the season being top after winning against United and Everton last stream. That title clash with Manchester City at the start of last year was crucial. That 2-1 win is the only reason why we're top of the league right now. But we've got a long 3 months of the season left to go to decide whether we stay top or we fall behind. Lookman will have the start. And Anthony Gordon, who was injured for 3 months, returned a few games ago and has been electrifying since that return. He's on the ball now. Trying to sip away, he just hits it against Fresdenda. It's a corner. Newcastle have only scored 1 corner the whole season. They've been terrible in terms of set pieces, whether it's the delivery, the final header. Need a new set piece taken next season, that's for sure. Van de Ven! Now, so different on the header. He scored 3 for Newcastle this season, but still not accurate enough, straight into the keeper's hands. This man's a threat. Palmer. Pedro. Against Van de Ven, who is going to have to run at Palmer here, Van de Ven. Neto. Helping out with Van de Ven. It's going to fall to João Pedro anyway! Well, I've got to say, that was very weak defending by Newcastle. The league leaders undone. I've got to say, that was absolutely unacceptable from a corner. Van de Ven gets the ball, gives it straight back to Palmer. Sandro Tonali gets done like a roundabout, like a bus. I don't know what he's doing. He just lets João Pedro get a little turn. The shot's good. Ramsdale's not saving that. I can't believe what we're doing there. An early goal conceded. Come on, boys. Plenty of time to go. But you cannot let the Stamford Bridge get up and loud like that so early on. It's so poor. It's actually really poor. Only 6 minutes, that's all it took. It's not good enough, it really isn't. Joe Linton gets it rolling, and Lookman wants to play in the pacey Alanga. Just about gets it in, stops it from going out. Sanchez replies with calm. Correa, Caicedo. Well, plenty of times Newcastle have come back from losing positions this season. Shows the resilience, shows why they barely lose games. Guimarães. Alanga lifts it forward. Gordon looking for the X factor again with his link up with Lookman being unstoppable. Lewis Hall now. Still Hall now. Breezing past Neto. Wins a corner, but how much does it mean? Not a lot, really. Tonali to deliver. Away by Fresdenda. Well, Tonali just needs to try something different, really. That was a swervy one. Alanga Guimaraes blocked. Free kick Newcastle, right on the edge of the Chelsea D. It could be menacing. Newcastle have only scored one non-penalty set piece this season. A glorious opportunity to potentially get another. Sandro Tonali or Bruno Guimaraes, which midfield maestro will be the one to take? Chelsea's lined up their wall. Quarter of an hour in, it'll be a perfect time for Newcastle to respond. Here we go, boys. Crucial opportunity. I think it's just too close, free kicks. Sometimes when free kicks are too close, I'm scared that it'll either hit the wall or it'll just go over the bar. It's got to be Sandro Tonali to take this. Whether that'll go in or not, you're scared it's going to go over the wall. Crucial moment, this. Maybe just keep it down a bit. Maybe just wind it up and see what he gets. Could go over the bar. Tonali! Oh, rattles the bar. Inches from a beauty. That sums up Newcastle's set-piece struggles this season, despite being the best attack in the league. Disappointing, considering looking like the first time he's hit the bar from a set-piece this season. It's good. It's good from Tonali to get a bit of pressure to try and test Sanchez and that Chelsea goal. Pedro against Van de Ven. Livramento, and now he's got a 1v1. And he's gone past them by a yard or two. Botman comes scrawling back. Caicedo. Pedro couldn't go past Mickey Van de Ven. Oh, that's really poor from Guimaraes, just giving the ball away. Van de Ven gets there again. Redemption for him. Joelinton breaks it up. Guimaraes. Here goes Alanka. He's pacey. He's quite a unit. Ships it down to Joelinton. Waits for Gordon. Waits for Gordon! Ah! Anticipates it beautifully. Rolls it in stylishly. Just like that, as he says, a dart. Pinpoint in the corner, gets Newcastle level. Yes! Joelinton just waits on waits, has patience to get Gordon back on side. Brilliant position. Emphatic finish as Chelsea players were nowhere to be seen marking a great man like him. His return. It's almost like he never left, Anthony Gordon. Lovely. The league leaders back on level terms. Tonali wins it back. Newcastle gets to go rolling straight away. Gordon, how's the pace? Well, I think he's fouled him there, to be fair, after losing the ball. Bit of frustration, maybe. He's won it back there, though, Gordon, and he's lost it again, so you can't blame him for his effort. Gittins, Tino Livramento. Just been a bit worried by Gittins so far in this match a few times. And this could be a shot on. Van de Ven again for the third time since that goal is defended, and this is Newcastle's perfect attack. Armada looking on the turn. Newcastle love a counter. They love an old-fashioned magpie counter. They've done it so often this season. Pull. The counter slowed down slightly. Joelinton. Tonali is the other winger. Alanga pickpocketed by Mark Cucurella. Forced clearance by Sanchez. However, that one does afford Chelsea well. Luckily for them, I'd say. Oh, chasing Neto now. For a turn. And Newcastle just borrowing players back. Palmer looks to be a menace. Joelinton carrying a yard. Botman just says, "I'll have it, son." Boots it out unculturedly, but who cares? Oh, he's left his man there. Oh, he's got to stay on that. You've got to stay on Neto there. Dangerous! Tonali beats Neto to the ball. Ramsdale sends it to the heavens. Lookman was never going to win that with his disadvantage in height. Gittins, Botman, trying to come inroads. Oh, Tonali. Away. Corner, Van de Ven, Alanga. This is Newcastle's dream scenario, the perfect scenario. He's on the ball with grass to roam. It's the dream for him. Not quite the dream for Newcastle, because to be fair to Mark Cucurella, he's done really well to get back. Maybe a little turn or a skill was needed there. Oh, However, maybe that dream scenario is back again. Livramento. Gordon's got height. The header, disappointed and underwhelming. I've got to say, boys, we've done well in this game. Just not maybe making enough of our good positions we've had. Joelinton rising high, so why can't he do that in the corners? Alanga now turns Cucurella, tries to evade Caicedo, does Cucurella again! Oh, it was so good to watch. He went past two. Cucurella sent. Van der Ven, usually the faster of any player on the pitch. Cucurella. João Pedro, that's kick and a half. They've got to be careful here. Newcastle. Oh, he's offside. Botman to the skies. Lookman wins the header. Alanga was going to be far off Cucurella. Half-time whistle. Both goals coming decently early on. Tonali hit the bar after João Pedro gave Chelsea a lucky sloppy goal. Anthony Gordon scored the goal, but ever since Gordon's goal, not a lot happening. A few counters for both teams, a few scares, but I think it's been quite even apiece so far. But Newcastle can't afford to drop any points if they're serious about winning this title or going right to the wire against the 6-time champions in the last 10 years. Just got to up the tempo a bit. When we get the ball to those wingers, just run at your opponents a bit better. Look for Lookman in the middle. Defending's been alright actually since the goal. He's still been open at times. Van der Ven there again. He has looked for Lookman. He'll look for Gordon. That fearsome front two combining. It's Gordon. Turns, but I think Chalobah was committed. Sandro Tonali has to shoot. Ah, it's a really poor ball. It's a really poor sequence actually. Two good chances to do something, and it's just what happened in the first half. Now Neto to cause problems. Neto to cause issues. He's blocked a few apiece. Palmer. Livramento, Botman, and now Sandro Tonali. It's so poor. Newcastle have to build up better. This is what they were doing in the first half. Usually better than this at Newcastle. Botman's there. Oh, Gordon turned to the shops, really. It was really lovely by Hall. Crucial challenge, key moment in the game. Joelinton, Alanga aside, Lookman as well. Gordon with Hall powering up. Not the most orthodox of wingers, but he gets it in. Alanga. Cucurella helping his goalkeeper out and away. Neto. Couldn't beat Joelinton, but does get past him the second time with the pass. Just got up the tempo a bit, boys. These games are crucial. Botman in the way. The tempo is certainly opening up. Lookman waits for Alanga. Ignores him. Gordon has to drive it across, surely. Oh, what are you doing? Drive it across, beat your man. Don't do poor things like that. It's not good enough. Botman's been beaten by Neto. There's a few numbers coming in blue. It turns! Saved by Ramsdale, top class keeping. Boys, you've got to be better than that though. Ah, Gordon's been poor since his goal actually. A bit more from him. Van der Ven trying to blockage. He's got around a few. Palmer! Neto combining to get it back. Give him a rise. And now Alanga to turn on the burners and to put open the pitch. Gordon with space. The turn works out this time, gets it in, no one there. Understandably, Newcastle very frustrated. Just more than 20 minutes to go. They need a hero, they need some quality, because there hasn't been a lot of quality in this match from Newcastle's attacking players, I'll tell you that compared to usual. It's been very sloppy, it's been slow at times, or rushed. And Gordon, he's been alright to get his goal, but Lookman's had no chances. Alanga has not been good at all today. Apart from one moment against Cucurella. Much better attack, usually Newcastle. Just look a bit desperate more than anything. It's Livramento. Lookman's having to fill in as striker. And with quarter of an hour to go, that just sums up Newcastle. Desperate, maybe overwhelming. We need a hero though. We can't give up. We can't just say, you can't just all be negative. Be massive to win this game, and we still can. Just need one magical moment, just need one last push, one last surge. Newcastle need their wind. Gordon, oh, lovely timing. Oh, Gordon might burst away himself. Lookman doesn't usually score too many headers! And he almost nipped in for one there, though. Wow, 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 is that the chance? Is that the chance? Opportunity. And there is 10 to go, and if Newcastle drop points today, it could be City could retake the top of the Premier League. It's actually quite a big last 10 minutes. You don't realise it. It really is a massive last 10 minutes for this football club. Adamada Lookman, Tino Livramento trying to power forward. Alanga, Gimrais, Tonali! It was asked to shoot. He scored a few, and as an understatement, a few bangers from that distance before. He was calling for one there. 8 minutes to go. I would pray to the gods to score a corner. Now would be time! Sanchez punches. Tonali in the mixer! Catched by Sanchez. But now they're in one big hurry, Newcastle. To get something, to get a goal, to get a bit of magic. There's barely any time to do so. Maybe they could get one last attack. If they can win the ball back, that is. Tino Livramento crunching in on Esteval. 87th minute. Massive moments in the title race. The difference between a draw, a win, and a loss is substantial. Lookman, oh, nicks it back, and there's a counter on here, actually. Alanga, is this the moment? Oh, he's running through here! Advantage! Joelinton, no! Botman stepping in, maybe one last chance. I say that again. Alanga, Livramento. Oh, Alanga! That was the moment. That was the moment. It has escaped the Magpies. Fuck. In terms of defending, it's a good performance for Newcastle. In terms of attacking, it's been a sloppy, underwhelming performance. Now, let's not be all negative. Newcastle against a good fourth place Chelsea side get a draw. At the worst case scenario, they will drop down to second, but they'll only be a point behind City. And I think that's just a bit of a blip. I just don't think we were decisive enough in that game and attack. And of course, we didn't lose it. We've only lost 3 games the whole season, so a missed opportunity for Newcastle, and it could lead them potentially dropping down to second in the league, only by a mere margin point at the very best, if City won, of course. But as it stands, it's a draw. It's a draw against a good team. You can't complain too much. We can't win every game, boys. This title's going to be close. It's not going to be all Newcastle, but it's a missed opportunity, and you have to feel a bit sad for yourselves there. But moving on from Premier League action into the last game of the stream, so we'll see what happens then. Champions League, round of 16, leg 2. We ripped up the Yellow Submarine in the form of Villarreal in the first leg. Only 1-0 up at half-time after all the pressure we gave, but 2 goals in the second half was brilliant. And I got to say, we ripped Villarreal apart in that second half, and I mean that. We were so dominant. We could have got 5 or 6 in there, and Villarreal barely troubled us. One shot from about 40 yards out, and that was it. We were so much more dominant. We were better in aerial draws, better in midfield, better in defence, better in attack, better in running. We outrun Villarreal. We were absolutely fantastic. Yes, it's not the hardest tie we could have got, but it's certainly not an easy one. We made Villarreal look like a lower league team there in that first leg. Now, just like I said against City when we won 3-0 in the first leg of the Carabo Cup semi-final, this is the round of 16, obviously. I don't think it's almost impossible for us to let this go here. You got to play your full team. You got to play your A team. Most of it anyway. Van der Ven's a bit fatigued. You got to play it, but at the same time, you got to realise that actually it would be unforgivable for us not to go through tonight. I mean, 3 goals, what a massive cushion. Newcastle barely ever concede 3 goals in games. They have done before quite a few times this season still, obviously, but a lot of the time they concede 3. They also score 1 or 2. There hasn't been a single game this season where Newcastle haven't scored, I think. So what makes you think they won't do it again today? So unless a miracle happens for Real, Newcastle are effectively 1 foot in the quarter-final of the Champions League already, which is massive. But we've still got to see the job through today. We've still got to play the game. Because that's us. You're not cocky like that. You play the game. You don't know what can happen in the Champions League. Anything can happen in the Champions League. Say otherwise, you're deluded. Big game though. Big game. Still is either way. Still a really good night out. Ashara gets his first ever start in the Champions League and only his second start for Newcastle overall. He started against somebody. I'm going to assist. I don't remember who. Which is a bit poor, but either way. Well, if that first leg was anything to go by, Newcastle should be progressing to the quarterfinals pretty comfortably today against Villarreal after a stunning first leg. And they've got the advantage of playing at St James's Park, who can just sit back and enjoy tonight as long as Newcastle don't let anything silly happen. But it is the Champions League, and I've seen stranger things happen in this competition. How he dominated Villarreal in that first leg was quite strange, actually. How just imagine an early goal, of course, would be in the game, would be back on for Villarreal, and it would be gone. He didn't play the best against Chelsea despite his goal, Newcastle's only goal. Good by Ashara and Tonali to stop the inevitable shot that seemed to be. Joelinton, 1, 2, 3, more than 3 strides to send Gordon away. Here he is. He did that too often against Chelsea. I think Gordon's just better crossing it in the box or going down wide. Keep going. Ashara. Big test for him today. Good touch. Gordon's in... playing Gordon there. The one time he's in front of his man, you've got to play Gordon there. Botman, Shara. Well, it's good play by Villarreal. It can look dangerous, actually. Yeah, it's very dangerous. There's a few numbers coming up as well. Shara's there, though. Lovely defending. It's fallen for Botman's job as well. And again. I'm not sure how that's their ball. Quite scrappy football at the moment, though. That's what happens when you're 3-0 up. You sometimes lose your composure. But Newcastle remain hungry for goals. Joelinton, release him. That's the second time. Joelinton, it's a goal. And they're just about back in the game. 3-0 goes 3-1. Alarm bells ring. Gerard Moreno. I'm not very happy with that, to be honest. Not very happy with that. Poor defending. I'm very angry with Joelinton. Twice he should have played in Gordon, who was free. He ended up giving the ball away twice, and then he got punished. Still well on top in this game, Newcastle. Sometimes I've got at home, but it is a bit of a worry. It just shows that it's not going to be all smooth sailing. So we do need to be careful. And the first goal was the most important one in this game. And Villarreal has got it to apply a bit of pressure on Newcastle in the Champions League. I told you anything can happen. We can't go out in this game. Should be able to win this game pretty comfortably if we play to our normal standards. Ashara. He's in again! Tonali's just backing off, he had to. The number, and now it's Hall's turn. And Botman. And Gordon, he's released away by Botman. Has to run at his man, has to be positive. He is so positive when he gets going, when he's in the flow, lays it back! How has that been scrammed away? Botman rising. End to end. Alarm bells for both teams. Ashara. Hull. Gordon. That was such a positive run by him. I think he should have shot in the end, actually. Just being too clever, too nice in the end. Tonali. Gonna rise. Livramento. And now Joe Linton does release Gordon. Pockets it up to the captain, who gets Alanga. And Newcastle forward. Oh, just nicked away by Voigt, the championship scorer. It's a corner. All to take it. Give him a rise. Oh, it's ball from Alanga. I know what he's trying to do, but it's wrong man in the right place. Anthony Gordon's playing centre back there. Give him a rise. Tino Livramento now. Alanga to turn on the burners. Lookman. Is he on? Is he on? There was like a fraction in it, if anything. Oh, it's a brilliant turn! The cutback lacked the same quality. But Newcastle looking quite fretful. It is just the final pass. And it's lacking the danger. They're a lot better than in the Chelsea game. Oh, again. He's in again. Tonali trying to block. Another opportunity. Saved by Ramsdale. That is absolutely crucial in this match if you think about where we are right now. Lookman, it's perfect. Not fast enough, which is a rarity. Gordon, Adamada Lookman. Plays into Linton. Tonali. Tidy play by Newcastle. Now, Lookman to deliver. Gordon to deliver once more! Buried in by Joe Linton to restore the crucial free-goal cushion. It's a wonder effort from Joe Linton upon Abilina. The young boy was written in the stars for a big night like him. 2 precise passes, Gordon putting it on a plate, and it's rolled in with conviction, with intent, and even more importantly with urgency. 1-1, Newcastle back on track. Shot on, and Ramsdale just caught out by that a bit. Instead of catching it, he just tips it aside away from danger. But it was a bit of a caught out there. Livramento helps it on. Alanga to Lookman, and that's a brilliant one too. And here he goes now. You expect him to win this race. You expect him to win any race. He's a real speedster. Just couldn't chop it back inside. Seen my wingers do too much of that today. Half time 1-1. Newcastle restore their 3-goal cushion, and if you're still 3 goals at half time, you have to think you're through. 2 games played, same scores in the Chelsea game, and maybe could have offered a bit more in attack, but Lookman, little turn, little twist. Just couldn't keep it. It's good from Hull, actually. Guimaraes, the captain, trying to get Newcastle forward, as a captain does, gets his team forward. Gordon wants it. He ignored Gordon initially. And I think he's just going to have to do the basics and get the cross in. It's not a bad cross, actually. Alanga walked away from where the cross was played, drifted. Gordon! Trying to force the error, or some sort of error, or pressure at least. Pull! Just couldn't beat his man. Not safe from Ramsdale. Gordon. Could have played him in again, but Guimaraes has got Alanga going here. Can he get the cross? And he can! It looked pretty dangerous if you ask me. Tonali has a swing. Voigt in the way. That might be giving it a foul. It doesn't. Burn was always going to win that header. Livramento diving in. Fair, says the ref. Lookman. Gordon. Good. Really precise as he often is. Ball rolls it in as well. Oh, just rushed that in the end. Burn, Guimaraes, Livramento could snatch in. It's a really positive second half start from Newcastle. Whether they're not scoring or not, they're on the ball. They're getting Joelinton. Now it's Gordon. Swings it in. Oh, deflection, and his crosses have been unlucky so far, Gordon. They've been fretful to say the least. And despite being 3 goals up, you want to try and get as many goals as possible. You want to try and win this game. Give us motivation for the quarter-final. Shara putting an involvement in. Carabo got final next. Lookman. Now, Gordon with some space. Does really well in the end. Joe Linton offside. Thought it was offside. That was unfortunately right. Oh, Lookman. It's like the Chelsea game. Not enough guile in attack so far. Just the final pass causing to be a provisional issue. Can't be full of goals every game, can we? Gordon. Trying to wake up this Newcastle line. Oh, Lookman was so free there. Livramento is even freer. It should be a goal. They've got like 20 players on the overlap! Smashed it into the roof of the net. Ademar Lookman sets Newcastle back in their bags on the way to the quarters. The Champions top scorer had to get on in the act, didn't he? Livramento sharp turn to get Lookman even closer. It's a textbook poacher finish for him. It's a really, really good finish. And Newcastle are a clinical team. They may not get many chances some games, but the chances they get, they always seem to score them. They've done that here. Not only are they winning, they're now 4 goals up on aggregate. Joe Linton, now Lookman again, and this is where he starts to come into life, Newcastle. Ashara really that well from him. Joe Linton. Quite a runner, quite a speedster. Lookman. It's time to get going. It's time to get scoring. It's time to get more numbers on the board, say Newcastle. Ooh. Denard, look at the patient play. This team could go all the way. Now Livramento. Now Alanga. Joe Linton battling. The very out head in the end. So he's on his way. Shara's got a good test here. Well, Hall is there. This game is always going to be a more relaxed game for Newcastle as long as nothing bad happened in it. Turns out it has been. Here's Alanga. Ademar Lookman returning. Alanga. Joe Linton! He's just waiting and waiting. Prowling and searching for it. He gets it! He is back with a bang, all right. Another goal from his return. Joe Linton's turn, he's put another ball into him. You'll appreciate that one. Thank you very much. And Newcastle and aggregate winning by 5 against Villarreal, which is very stunning actually. Demarais leading another Newcastle charge, needing to be fretful again. He's certainly fretful. Keeps it at the cost of Sancho Tonali, little fakey! Got him! On the highs there! Offside! Lookman looking for more, but it's unlucky in the end. All over Villarreal was Newcastle. He's in here. Ashara's got a battle on him. Ashara. Little turn, a little scamper. All is there. It's been a very good two-legged tie against Villarreal. We completely deserve to be in the quarter-finals. From leg 1, that third goal just sealed the trigger. Hold on a minute. Good save, Ramsdale again. Gordon's just had a slice at it. Ashara has a little swing. Oh! Well, you've got to say, despite the circumstances, this is a brilliant double save by Aaron Ramsdale, who, even if you don't need him to make a save, he's there. Full time. Newcastle on their merry way to the quarter-finals in the biggest competition in club football. They have overachieved this season. They have been on brilliant form. But it's another massive stride towards showing that. A massive stride towards hunt for silverware, no matter how big the competition may seem. That's 2 games played today. That's 1 win, 1 draw. Wonder who will get in the quarters. Now, we played 2 games, but our next game is potential. In fact, our next 3 games are quite big, actually. FA Cup, we've got Carabo Cup final, but this next game is the biggest of them all. It actually is. Could be the biggest game so far this season. Newcastle's objective this season was to try and get a piece of silverware back to this club and then expand on it. And this was the competition we felt we are most likely to hunt for, the most likely that we were in the fight for, despite the 4 competitions that we are in the fight for this season. Well, the Carabo Cup, we are finally there. We are finally at the final. We are the holders of this competition, and this is the only competition we have won in the last 56 years. But a chance to do it again. A chance to lift motivations for the rest of the season as well, and a chance to put a stamp on my management and to bring a piece of silverware. And of course to win the trophy. Win a trophy that Newcastle have worked so hard to win this season. We've done so much good work, but they are still yet to win a trophy. Because obviously most trophies come near the end of the season, but this is a chance. This is a chance to do it. This really is massive for Newcastle. This really means everything to them. The Carabo Cup, turbulent times for them. An easy start and then a harder one. Beat Plymouth pretty convincingly, 3-1 with my B team. Then we actually almost went out to Oxford United in the next game. We were 4-2 down, but a late surge by Newcastle won them the game in the end. We then played Aston Villa in the quarterfinals. We won that one pretty late on. And then against Manchester City, absolutely thrashed them 8-1 on aggregate. And we now play Burnley in the final. I don't know how we've got such an easy team as Burnley. I don't want to be complacent. It's still a massive game. Burnley are here for a reason. They've obviously won 3 or 4 hard games to get them here. But, I mean, I don't understand how they're here. They've got a decent team, don't get me wrong. But for, you know, the difference in goal for quality between Newcastle and Burnley is massive this season. You wouldn't expect them to get to the quarter-final. It's an underdog story for both teams because Newcastle already are an underdog story being in this final because they've only won 1 trophy in 56 years. That was the Carabo Cup last season. But for Burnley, they're even more underdogs because God knows the last time they won a trophy. And they shouldn't be in this final, but whatever it means for Newcastle, whatever it means for Newcastle. It is absolutely crucial. It is an absolute massive night. It is the dream night for all Magpies supporters concerned. They are ready. The biggest game in the season so far. A chance to win a trophy. A chance for all the hard work so far, almost 3/4 way through the season, to pay off. And to feel good about yourselves. You don't quite have to worry whether or not about winning the other 3 competitions this season. If you can win this one early and get yourselves underway. Boost the spirits, because if you lose this final, your spirits are broken, your morale could be decreased, it could cause a bit of upsets for the rest of the season, but you've got a chance to bring a trophy home. And as we know for Newcastle, not many trophies have come their way, major ones, in almost the last 6 decades, apart from we are the holders of this cup, and it seems like this competition was just made for us in the end. We have really showed grit and determination in this competition. Newcastle United, no matter who the opponent is, we cannot underestimate them. Any team that's in the final must have had a good campaign in that competition, meaning anything can happen. They are still a top club. Anything can happen. Newcastle United have an opportunity to win a trophy, have an opportunity to win a piece of sweet silverware and take home. It is not to be dismissed. In front of the Wembley Archers at Wembley. Newcastle United so close so many times in the last 6 decades, thrown up, blown it away, apart from last season when they won this prestigious trophy. For a lot of big clubs, they say this trophy doesn't mean much. They say that until they win it. But for Newcastle, a club that trophies don't come far and few for them, they would love to get their hands on this, to motivate them for the rest of the season, and to stamp a first trophy under my management and these group of players under a potential prestigious camp and prosperous future hopefully. But by the season's going, it looks to be so. Boys, playing at Wembley, it's massive, absolutely massive. Listen, you are expected to win this because you are the favourites. It is Burnley, right? I don't care, it is Burnley. But you can't be complacent. You have to pretend that this is City or Chelsea or anyone as big as them. It's a final. You still got to pass well. You still got to get on the front foot well. You still got to get back to defend well. I don't care if we smash Burnley 5 or 6-0. If we can win this final in style, that would be equally as a remember. I don't care. We need to stop it from coming into a charity match where we think we can get away with doing things. No. We have to try 101% no matter what team we're playing against. And I know it's a bit confusing how Burnley are in this final. I understand that. But they are where they are. And that gives us an even more massive chance to win this home. If we lose this, of course, I don't want to think about that. It would be heartbreak. It would be big disappointment, especially this is the trophy that we are supposed to win this season. Still far to go in the other 3 competitions. It won't be the end of the world. We'll carry on. We'll keep going. It gives us even more motivation to go and get the other 3. But I'm telling you, this is massive. We've got such good quality in that front 3. Play your normal football. Get it out to Gordon Lanya. Get him going down the wings. This is why Gordon Gimrais is back. For the times like this. Lookman. He has the X factor. He is the man in the spotlight. If there's a man to show up for a time like them, it is Ardemala Lookman. Right? We've got a good defence. I don't think Burnley should get too many chances against us. It is all about if we take our chances. That's it. I'm not being cocky, but if we take our chances tonight, we win this game. The only thing we're in danger of is not taking our chances and let Burnley, lack focus a bit and let Burnley get a goal or 2 and then they'll get in a low block. That's the point. The first goal is massive in this game. Burnley get it, bit of trouble. We get it, we could extend from that. Get a goal, keep going, smell blood, get a second, end this match before it even starts. It's a final, boys. You're fighting, your friends, your family, your colleagues, your staff, everyone in the stadium is expecting big things. I know Burnley's got the underdog magical fairy tale in the sights tonight, but we have only won 1 trophy in 6 decades. That is not enough for this football club. We have to go in for more, and this is the start. Phase 1, rebuild the squad and get going in my first season. Phase 2 is to try and win or show something for that first season's effort. This is it. This is phase 2. You've got to get this trophy in the bag. It's absolutely massive. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll do it. At Wembley, you don't know. It is the Carabo Cup final. Strap yourselves in. Let's go and get them. From minute 1 to 90, whether we have to go in extra time, whether we have to go to penalties, you try all the way. But I don't want to see laziness. I don't want to see complacency. You've got to try your best. We've got key players out there tonight. It is the Carabo Cup final between Newcastle United and Burnley. 3rd game in the stream and we're back off a 3-1 win against Villarreal just to push the spirits, morale and get us a bit more prepared for this game. Arguably the biggest game in the season so far on record due to a trophy being on the line. This for Newcastle was bigger than anything else up to this point. The Wembley arches, bathed with rain, bathed with downcast. But for Newcastle, it hopes to be the opposite in terms of the performance, in terms of the result. Many players dream to play under these arches. Many players dream to achieve what they come here for, a trophy. The Carabo Cup to many clubs isn't the most prestigious or fantastic of trophies, but in London, for clubs like this, it is massive. Newcastle United are the holders of this competition. They have only won 1 trophy in the last 6 decades. They've already broke that cast, but they want to extend it. They want to go hunting for more, and that trophy they're looking to win in 2 successive seasons. Beat Plymouth Argyle, beat Oxford United, beat Aston Villa, smash City to get here. It's been an easy, but also riveting, hard campaign to get here. Burnley the underdogs, but no complacency needed tonight. Newcastle know what's on the line. Newcastle know what they set out to do and what they set to come. This trophy should be theirs. But anything can happen. It could be a riveting blockbuster final. It could be a frustrating final for Newcastle. Burnley, they've got a few stand-up players in there. Dooney, Fleming. If anything, I think is Carl Walker on the bench? If he is, I'd be very, very surprised. players in black and white dream for days like this, a chance to win a trophy, a chance to get their fans jumping up and down. This is Newcastle's first milestone in the season after working so hard to get here. Black and white optimism spurs out from the crowd. It is filled with magpie marvellous voices. They've got the quality, they've got the players, and they've got the spirit, because it's been a brilliant season. It's a first chance to come out with something to show for it. Mickey van der Ven, Adamar Lukman, Anthony Alanga, Anthony Gordon, Bruno Gimrose, Sandro tonight. So many key players that can come out and be a hero tonight. Who will be the hero in this captivating final? Martin de Vrij is going to have to have a good performance from the off boys. High energy, high aggression. The crowd will be with us all the way. It's a wet final. It's the Carabo Cup final. It's Newcastle United versus Burnley. It's live. Lookman gets it going. An early start is required. Wow, I wanted always to set out to do this with Newcastle. Win a trophy. Gordon gets all going early on. It's just about getting a ball in there, not about messing around tonight. Bravko comes in, Jolinton sliding, and now Burnley on the hunt. Ooh, but last night, it looks like they are going to come out tonight, Burnley. No messing around, but it leaves space. Early goal would be crucial. This is what I've been waiting to do all season, get Newcastle in a position where they can win a trophy, potentially. Dangerous! Oh my God, it's Chowner. It's Chowner, fuck. Shit, what are we doing? Excuse me for my swearing, but Chowner, Burnley lead inside 5 minutes in the final. What are we doing? Botman, Hall, where's your urgency to mark your numbers? You have to mark him. How has he been allowed to run 10 yards to the left, shuffle and get that shot away? It's lazy. Get in front of him. He's the only real option. Botman's just trying to back up a bit. You've got to go to him. It's the worst possible scenario. Burnley's got the first goal, and now Newcastle, a real test of their mettle as the underdogs leads. The Carabo Cup trophy, a dent in the hunt for it, and a shock one, a shock to Newcastle. This is not what I want, this is what I feared. That's lazy. Come on boys, don't let that stop you. Keep going, plenty of time left. Just a shock, maybe a setback, certainly a big one. Gordon. Adamar Lukman. No one coming in, no one helping Jolinton, which is very poor. You have to get runners in there. Why are we playing differently to like we usually do? Chowner and Burnley looking to do what Newcastle do to teams tonight. Gordon, Lukman, trying to go on the hunt. Oh, so poor. Got to keep the ball as long as we can tonight to frustrate Burnley, to stop them getting counters like this. We're committing too many men forward for no reason. Chase that, chase it, chase it! Yes, Livramento, Alanga with the sweet turn. Can bounce it away though. Laurel, Livramento pressing high, staying high on Hartman, quarter of an hour in, Newcastle still getting over that shock, if anything. Alanga boots it against Hartman, gets us slightly up the pitch. Every margin, every millilitre counts. Fourth possible glory. Livramento waits for the speed marshal Alanga, cascading on the wing. Ain't gonna get it. He's got to pass Hartman in the end. From the rise, Jolinton! Oh! Dubravka! Leap tie, remains sharp, tipped it over. Newcastle quality, Newcastle pressure for the first time, quarter of an hour in. Just in the rain, maybe a bit sight off Jeffrey Humphreys, but there we go. There's the quality, and there's the first bit of sustained pressure. Corner, set piece. But those two words for Newcastle don't align with the goals or the gods. We need it tonight. Tonali, Jolinton, has 2 bites in it! Van der Ven! Wow, almost a magical moment. Oh, mistake! A temperate mistake more than anything, they get away with it, Burnley. But that one goal just means that they have a bit of cloak of comfort, Burnley. And they can try and get the second. Amdouni. And it looks a bit dangerous here. Brun Larson! Good hands, Ramsdale. Come on! Stop giving Burnley so much space to get those shots and passes away. Yeah, oh, it's unlucky for Malang. Got to play that first time. No one's there on the wing. That's Hall's job, I thought. Chowner, who's probably really dangerous so far, actually. Underestimated him, especially. Oh, do not underestimate Burnley, though. Van der Ven turns. Fleming! Fuck me, boys. Ramsdale has to fly into action to deny Burnley a shocking second. Boys, if we keep like this, we're going to let this final get away from us. We cannot let Burnley do this. Like, it's so many space in behind, getting runners in behind, it's so poor. Just a bit open on the defence, it's a corner. Shauna lifted in, Tonali. Lamar Luckman takes it away. That's a brilliant ball. Alanga! What's he doing? You can't do that, that's unacceptable. Alanga chases admirably after his mistake. Just frustrating Newcastle in the opening 30 minutes. It's a massive final for this football club, and what they're seeing right now they're not happy with. It's not the time to have a poor performance. Hartman in the middle, Hall is there. Oof! Wow, a few waft to leg at it. Ramsdale worried, but wide. It's Hall. Joe Linton, that's a bit better. Just got up the tempo, get your main men in behind. Like that. Go, oh! Both wingers just not having a good 30 minutes so far. Frustration. Gordon just hits it against Schauner. Free kick. Oh, Lookman did win that header, and Hall's got a big job to win this header. That's a foul, surely, to Newcastle. And that is. Guimaraes, Joe Linton. Gordon's on his opposite wing. But he won't mind it. We need him to perform tonight. Arda Lookman couldn't keep it. Thrashed away. We've got to win those headers tonight. We've got to win those second balls. Because Burnley get up the pitch once they win those second balls, and it becomes harder for Newcastle. Going to have a really good second half. I'm not happy with what I've seen, boys. I'm being honest. I'm really disappointed how this team orchestrate themselves. Only thing I feared was us playing like this. Really it's a final, boys. It's a final. Joe Linton, Gordon trying to pug away. It's another poor touch. He's such a good player this season. He's had a really bad game, Van der Ven. No, I mean Gordon, sorry. But there's always time. Oh, what are we doing? You're not playing how you usually do. You're playing really poorly, actually. You've got to change that soon. Oh, Chalna. Botman, splendid defending. Tonali somehow finds a gap. Lookman helps it on. Livramento just putting it forward. Here's the moment. Here's the first bit of speed. Alanga. That's a really good challenge, to be fair. And again, Sandro Tonali offered to do it all himself. Dubravka with a second real save in this match. Half time upon us, considering the injury time will be short. It's a corner. Tonali to take it. Punched by Dubravka. Botman in the way. Joe Linton, no time for half. 1-0 to Burnley. 5 minutes. Chalna scores. And as it stands, Burnley are 45 minutes away from winning this final and upsetting Newcastle. Only one trophy in 60 years for them. It's a very poor performance from every single one of you in that half, most of you. Dubravka made 2 or 3 saves, but Ramsdale made 2 or 3 as well. This is a bloody final, boys. This is a fucking final. You've got to show you want it. You've got, every time one of you wingers go, well, you've got to run at your men. You've got to skin them alive. You've got to say, I'm direct. I'm going to have you. I'm confident. I'm going to give you a go. Doesn't work. You go again. You get the crossing. You don't go back. You don't take a heavy touch. You go. You go quick. As we have done for so many times this season. We are only lost 3 games this season. If we lose to Burnley, we can't lose when playing like this. Defending. All right, but you're still leaving too much space behind. It's the attacking I'm annoyed with. 2 real chances and they're shots from far. You have to get the wingers more involved. Lookman's been so isolated in this game. You've got to find him more. You've got to take shots on when offered to you. You can't let Burnley get away with it. You have to step up in the second half. You're 45 minutes away from embarrassment. Not because you lose, but because you're losing in a way like this. It'd be massive if we can make one of our magical comebacks. We need the gods on us tonight. I'm not going to make a change for the sake of this team, for the sake of my trust. But I swear down, boys, we've got to start going soon. The Carabo Cup final, not quite a dream start, half for Newcastle. Massive, massive encouragement on them to do something in this half. There we go, good from Van der Ven to stop them running in behind. He's pressing now. Colin! Schauner! Brun Larsen hit it on the toe. Wide, that's a scare for Newcastle that they have to stop performing. Alanga, that's better. That's better, now you've got to be direct. Even the captain's trying to be direct. Alanga, be quick, just get it in. Who cares if it doesn't work? Oh! Anthony Gordon, an inch of glory, an inch of salvation. That's better. Get the balls in, test them. Test that back line. Much better. Joe Linton chase it down. Counters there, Botman's in the way, give him a rise. Doesn't waste any time. Anthony Gordon! He's in here! It's Gordon! It's a perfect response to get Newcastle underway! These players dream for moments like this, on occasions like this. Fist bump from Gordon, fist bump from the Magpies, who are in dreamland. Seems like the half-time team talk has kicked into gear. Anthony Gordon comes shining through like a star. But he has been Newcastle's guidance, Newcastle's star this season, and his return emphasised by that. That man is the joy. And 10 minutes into the second half, Newcastle finally level. And now this final is really going to have a good showdown. Tonali, no foul, just brute force. And now he looks for the heavens, and now he looks for joy. Botman into his man, that'll be a yellow at the very least. Livramento, all hands at the deck. Tonali's done it, that was brilliant. Lookman, no. The rain might have just slowed that down, to be fair, in the end. Botman, who has to be careful now. Joe Linton, and now they go on the hunt, now they go on the sprint, now they go on the prowl like a wild animal. A tame catch turned savage. It's like a storm because the surge is coming. Lifts it in, Alanga. The Bravka catches, but the pressure only remains from here for Newcastle, hopefully. Chauner. Van der Ven was there. Botman's there again. Much better from Newcastle at both aspects. Lookman cascading round the back. Gordon waits for the overlap. Come on, boys. There's 25 to go. Biggest 25 in Newcastle season so far. Just get it in there. Gordon! Almost beat the Bravka. Almost beat the Bravka. It's a free kick to Newcastle. Pumped up into the air. There is 20 minutes to go. Big 20 minutes in Newcastle's history. No trophy in 20 and 60 years besides this one last season. Can they add to it? Alanga. Livramento begging for more. Alanga spurring us on. Gets it in. Maybe just run at your players. Maybe Burnley do. Juranovic. Colin. Juranovic! Van der Ven there. Crucial defending. Now it's Gordon. And now up goes the black and white cut. Up goes Lewis Hall. Up goes Armando Lookman. Bust away! Send him off! Send him off! Oh, how is that not red? He's in behind. He's the last man. Bashir Humphreys, you lucky boy. Climax in the Carabo Cup. Pressure in the Carabo Cup just goes down just outside the box. It is a free kick on the 75th minute though, and this could be a ripple effect. It could be a moment for history, a moment for Magpie bliss and joy. Sandro Tonali can have a crack. Hit the bar against Chelsea. Well, Newcastle set piece struggles finally disappear. It's a massive moment. Tonali, how's the bottle? How's his bottle? And it just ripples the side of net for an inch there. For a moment I thought it would have been celebrations galore. There is quarter of an hour left. The tension is palpable. The tension is at its utmost peak. Utmost tension. Alanga. Too slow there. Tonali just cascading around the back. Guimaraes just trying to get his team forward like a captain. He's just pumping into the back of him, and Livramento's got to run on with Hartman. He's won it. Offers to his keeper. He'll look for Gorn, of course he will. That's a really sloppy ball with 10 to play. If anyone was to score with 10 minutes to play though, the roof would come off. If Newcastle were to score with 10 minutes to play, it would be remarkable. However, Chauner! Ramsdale offers that one. Alanga. Adamada Lookman. Desperate for Hall and Gordon to come up trumps here. It's Lewis Hall for Newcastle. It's a man, Tonali. Joelinton. Bullied off it in the end. Pressure still being applied. There is 6 minutes to go. Extra time awaits Newcastle. You've got to be careful here, Newcastle. Not to concede now. Do not concede now. Do not lose like this. It's out of the back stick. It's Hall. It's Gordon. Desperate times. It's the last kick of the game stuff, this. And if Newcastle could do what they've done so long this season, history, bliss, the roof would go. I'd go mental. Gordon. Nick could be. Is Lookman. Is he on? Is there anyone? Oh, he's offside. Still time. 90th plus second. Gordon. Lookman. Gordon's on the run here. Maybe time. Gordon. Oh, it's away. It's full time. Extra time awaits Newcastle. It wasn't a game of chance after chance, but it was cagey. It was chaotic. And in the end, Newcastle will have to push on for 30 more minutes in this final. We all know that that next goal is a crucial one. A back and forth game in the final. Walker is on, which is dangerous. Burnley have it pretty dangerous in today. Ramsdale kicks it forward with intent. Gets Newcastle rolling. Tino Livramento, Alanga. Waits for Alanga again, the captain. He's on the run. He's on the races. Turns quite beautifully. Alanga. Give a rise! Plopped at the sky. By the Bravka, I'm losing my words. All the swing in the corner. All hands at the deck. It's Sven Botman. Drive everyone, a little fakey to Guimaraes. Anthony Alanga just scaves across it and bubbles wide without much danger, without much power. Newcastle on the front foot, Newcastle begging for this. Joelinton hasn't been the best final for them. Certainly playing better as this game goes on. It's Gordon, a little turn, a little simmer. Gordon gets it in! Lookman, it's the ball, it's post, it's in! Hit everything and then it rattled the back of the net. So little time, but Newcastle have the X factor in the final. Gordon with some magic, Gordon with some quality. That's what was needed in this final. A bit of quality from the heroes. They tried everything to keep it out, but it is that man, Adamada Lookman, Newcastle's goal scorer, their clinical man, their prolific man. In the 100th minute, he's the hero as expected. Gordon to Lookman, the expected dynamic duo to catapult this drift block. Still not in the clear yet, Newcastle, plenty of time. But as it stands, they're winning this game and they're winning a trophy. And as it stands, there and again, Gordon. Of so many players lining up. Tonali pickpockets again and again and again and again. Lookman ignores Gordon. Guimaraes, Alanga. Guimaraes, Livramento. So close to the final being there. Alanga denied by the millimetre margins. Allowed by Dubravka. Alanga's going to loop this one in. Tonali's going to loop this one in. Keeper comes to claim. And Newcastle are 15 minutes away from winning only their second piece of silverware in 60 years. And Langer could have sealed it, but they have worked so incredibly hard. They just have to hold on or get another now. That was magical from Gordon. Tonali, that's a foul. Just got to hold on now. Burnley not had a shot in God knows how long. They've just got to keep holding them to a standstill. Newcastle eventually in the end have deserved this final, but they've made it hard for themselves. Chalner has a hit. Van der Ven there, no foul. Gordon looking to cause a bit of quality again. A bit of quality that will win Newcastle this final for sure. Lookman! Rises highest and scores a header! Newcastle on the verge of lifting the trophy. They've got one hand on it. They're looking at it in the tunnel. They can almost lift it already. Imagine the scenes, the glory, the black and white stands of Wembley shaking. 3-1, only his second header this season. He's got the Newcastle DNA. He's been the perfect signing this season, whatever you say. He's the best striker in the world, and he's took this final away from Burnley. It's bedlam for Newcastle. It's fantastic from you boys. Colin. And Fleming. We're going to take from Ramsdale. And now the pitch opens up. Newcastle players galloping forward with one last sense of glory. Anthony Gordon! Lookman again looking for the glorious hat-trick. Hall to send it in. What a final, what a final. Arda Lookman, eh? A player for the history books, and he's done it everywhere this season. He's doing it in the Carabo Cup. Guimaraes. Alanga, perfect chip to Gordon. And he tries to run away from Walker. He's equally as quick. Jolinton! Hammered across it. They're on the verge of winning this final, Newcastle. They've done so well, especially since the start of the second half. That first half was poor. The rest of the game has been really well done, really well dealt with, really well managed. They've saved it themselves. The Lionel knocking, the lay from the Newcastle crowd as they know this final's theirs. Lookman wants one more taste of glory, he wants to get it! Away! Whistle! They win! Trophy in the Magpie hand! The curse is broken. The scenes are incredible. Glory, glory, Newcastle United as they win their first silverware this season. Their trophy first is broken. The second successive season they've won this trophy, and they're starting to build it again. The first stampage mark under my management, and the hard work, the hard relief pouring out. Burnley gave everything until the 100th minute, 10 minutes into extra time. They were undone, and Arda looked to embrace. Of course it had to be. Charges Newcastle to this final. A trophy they've worked hard for, a trophy they deserve, a moment of confirmation. But their trophy hunt will not be thirsted by just the Carabo Cup. They've got 3 other trophies in the mixer, and the motivation will be risen for the rest of the season. Bruno Guimaraes, the fit man, a man suitable to lifting the trophy. Newcastle United, the Carabo Cup winners. Ooh, the sweet taste of silverware success. And just listen to the appreciation, the roar, the optimism, the prosperous cheers and roars from the black and white fans that remain in Wembley. No Wembley woes for Newcastle. They've won it in style on the big stage, and they completely and utterly deserved it at the end. Well done, boys. The glitter and the sparkles cascade around Wembley. And this trophy's in the Magpie safe hands. Look at how they adore them. These group of players have the X factor. They've got Newcastle DNA deep in their veins. It is certainly pumping now. Whoa, come on! Yes! Only one trophy, it's only the Carabo Cup, but hopefully there's plenty more to come. Well done, lads. Well done. Well, we've won a trophy and we've won a domestic trophy, but the other domestic trophy, the obvious trophy that Newcastle's trying to win, right in front of them. Or will we get time to play that, or will we be playing the quarter-finals before then? There's quite a big gap between game and game. It might be. Liverpool in the FA Cup quarter-finals, I believe. It is a big game. Liverpool, who have already beaten Newcastle both times this season in the league. Yes, I know. They're the only team to beat us twice this season. They are literally only the second team to beat us this season in all competitions. Aston Villa did it to us on the opening day of the season. Liverpool did it to us the game after, and obviously we were unbeaten for like 5 months until Liverpool then again beat us a few streams ago 3-1. It's just the Liverpool woes. It's just the Liverpool nightmare we can't deal with at the moment. But we have a chance to end that today, and it is an even more bigger game. The FA Cup quarters against Liverpool at St James's Park. Now, both times we lost to Liverpool, it was close. Of course it was. I'm not saying it wasn't. At one point, we lost 2-1 late on. We were winning against Liverpool, and then one time we lost late on again. And yet again in that game, we were winning late on and gave it up as well. So Newcastle having their issues against this certain team. Liverpool, not even the best of the best that we've played this season, but we just struggle against them. Why? No clue. Absolutely no clue. Bizarre, actually. How we struggle and struggle. It's a big game in the FA Cup. FA Cup. Newcastle have done well in this competition so far as well. But this is their toughest test in this competition so far. It's one of the toughest tests. We have the advantage playing at home, of course, but Liverpool, who have beaten us twice this season, if they beat us for a third time, Newcastle will be heading out of the FA Cup. Of course, isn't good. But playing at St James's Park, we're off the back of a trophy. So we should be pretty confident today. We've only scored against Liverpool twice in the last 2 matches we played them. That's what our problem. We score so many goals against most teams. Just against Liverpool, we don't score enough. The stakes are high. Liverpool have beaten Newcastle United twice this season out of the 3 matches they have only lost. Newcastle looking for revenge. Newcastle looking to get over the Scouser fear, to get over the Liverpool fear. But they've got 2 players back from injury since they last played them. Anthony Gordon, the Evertonian man, and Bruno Guimaraes. And it's an even bigger game this. The FA Cup, the other domestic competition, coming off the back of winning the Carabo Cup domestic competition. And we can get into the last 4 if we win this, making it even more important. making it even more substantial, making it even more crucial. We get revenge, we get justice on Liverpool. The FA Cup's a massive trophy, and this one, Newcastle would love to win. It's bathed in sun at St James's Park today. Cody Gakpo. Raheem. Ball trying to stop the switch. In the last two games, we led against Liverpool both times and then gave up the lead early on. That's an early header. That's wide. So we just have to try and get more goals today against Liverpool, more attacks, if not hold on to a lead. Gordon. It's a nice ball. Just counter partner, colleague Alanga. Similar players, those two. Here's Alanga. Poor touch. Just get it in there, son. An extra touch carries a risk. An even further risk of a counter. But Tonali, they're chasing Liverpool, as they often do. Isaac. Good pressing by Mickey van der Ven. Endo. But Endo. Looking very dangerous. Good block. Van der Ven helps it on. Botman takes his time to think about it. Lookman has Anthony Gordon clear. The former Evertonian, the Merseyside man. Rolls it in! Anthony Alanga gets the stadium pumped, the Newcastle pumped. Wow, 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 Liverpool undone again, the third time this season they hit the front against this team. He did it to Liverpool at the start of the season, he's done it again. Rolled across superbly from Anthony Gordon. That was a defined pass to pick it out. And how confident was the stroke of the finish from Anthony Alanga. Nothing lucky about that. A shade of brilliance from Newcastle. 1-0 in the FA Cup. Newcastle's fine form and their morale will help us through this game. Livramento. What we did do in the last two games against Liverpool. Get a second. Let's do it here. Lookman. Gordon to looking cause havoc again. Well, that one, not even half of a good ball as the one he played earlier. Quite poor actually. Addison. But good block by Botman when the pass was looking dangerous. Hall says, I'll put it anywhere. He puts it to Alanga. False sense of security for Liverpool. Their security's been broken, all right. The locks are broken as Alanga busting. Just couldn't get it to his counter partner, Gordon. Tonali. Joelinton has 2 bites here, 3 bites at it. Good rhythm. This is where Liverpool threaten them. Turning past Van der Ven. In behind. Free kick. Good resilient, strong defending by Newcastle. Gordon, really, really good ball. Cheers and claps from St James's Park. Livramento cascading forward. Waiting for a better quality, waiting for some wiggle room. A header from Gordon, only comes back to Alanga. Isaac. Remy from Pong. Van der Ven chasing. Tonali. Gordon. Tried to escape, trying to... Wow, that's poor. That's poor. Oh, well, we couldn't stand on the Liverpool last 2 times we played him. One time the ball wasn't good enough. Giving the ball away. Gakpo. Graven Butch. Lifted even wider offside. Botman. That's really cool and calm. Gordon. Breaks away. Frimpong chases him up. It's really good backup play. a 3-pointer recover. He's just been marked, but there's a ball on the overlap. Tonali in the way, and now they go again, and now the black and white hunters prowl forward again. Gordon this time waits all the way. Alanga! Deflected! The captain nips in! I was offside! Frustration! Desperation, he's offside. Alanga a bit of fortune to say the least. Alisson struggled. He is offside by quite a distance, but it was very hard to see that when I was focused on Alanga getting that shot away, hitting the bar and everything. That's a warning for Liverpool. 2 months. 60, 66 to find my 7. Bradley, and that was a let off for Liverpool. Van der Ven, Botman, Livramento, what a ball. But as it stands, that's the end of the half. 1-0, early goal from Alanga after the former Evertonian whipped one in. And they got another goal, it was offside. They had a chance or two as well. Liverpool, not many chances for them so far, but their surge comes late in the game. Got to be careful of that late Liverpool surge. We can get that second and all is forgotten. Thank you. Appreciate it. But slightly dangerous to say the least, because there's many Liverpool players running in here. Oh, 1-1. Well, we've been warned about it in 2 other games, and we're still not learning against this stubborn side. If you don't extend your lead against them, if you don't take your chances, they will respond. They will eventually get a goal. It's so good from Liverpool and Isak. It was just dangerous. And in the FA Cup, if the same storyline was going to take its place, Liverpool will do it again. Alanga, give him a rise. Alisson just... I think Newcastle are a bit of bother here. But grabbing back! Ramsdale gets a more than a decent save down low to deny Liverpool what they did in the last 2 games against Newcastle. Something about this team we can't handle. I'm not sure, I think it's the fact that Alanga denies the pass of Lookman, which... Trying to get it back to Alanga, not quite. Tino Livramento having a few bites in it. And it's cut adrift to Alanga. Looks dangerous. Isak across the face. Frimpong collects with time and space. It's getting dangerous now, it's getting very dubious. Getting very dangerous. As Liverpool are pressing, Newcastle aren't creating any chances, just like the last 2 games they played against them. It's a matter of time until Liverpool decide they want to get another goal on the score sheet. Van der Ven, it's so dangerous. Ramsdale. Oh! He's made a mess! What's he doing? That is ridiculous from the Newcastle keeper. He's trying to chip it over Gakpo, he's it into him. What a way to concede. Newcastle about to lose 3 times to Liverpool. Knocked out of the FA Cup. So poor from the keeper, honestly. You can't do that in a game like this. I'm disappointed in this group of players. You just can't beat Liverpool. Why can't we beat Liverpool? I don't understand it. We've beaten better teams than them this season. Joelinton. Gordon! Away from the captain. Livramento had a swing. There is 20 minutes to go. Newcastle still have time. Newcastle still have threat. Newcastle still have quality. They have time to get an equaliser, but can they? It's Liverpool who have responded. When was the last time Newcastle had a clear-cut chance though? I don't know how he's got there first. It's a brilliant block. It's Botman who's struggling. They keep us in the game. But Newcastle needs something with quarter of an hour to go. It's looking sparse. It's looking dangerous. It's looking unlikely anything's going to happen. Newcastle just hoping and praying they can get something out of the bad. Looking for a hero, because this game, I cannot see us getting back in. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be that guy. But what I've seen against Liverpool the last 2 times and a half I played them, Livramento! Oh. They've won it on the break. They've turned it over. There's 8 minutes to go. Newcastle on the verge of going out the Carabo of the FA Cup. Sorry. It's upsetting. It is annoying. It is not good. We just can't do it against this team. Ramsdale's struggling. He's out of goal. He's going to have to block it. Van der Ven's there. And you know that's how desperate Newcastle are when they're going backwards. Oh, fuck's sake. We are so cooked. We're so cooked. We can't get the equaliser. We've been so poor. We deserve to lose. Why are we losing to Liverpool again? The 3rd time this season we've lost to them and it's costed us. Ball just flies in. He's sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of this team. I'm sick and tired of this team against Liverpool. We're about to go out the FA Cup limply. We're ahead. And then we bottled it. We've gifted Liverpool back the ball. Oh, Tonali! It's Gordon. Gets it in! Out of nowhere at the last! The captain salvages something! Bruno Guimaraes, the little Brazilian, samba dances! Yes! Yes! That sucker punch thunderbolt came from nowhere, but it came through Bedlam and Bliss, and it results in Newcastle saving themselves. From the brinks of hell, from the gates of death, they picked themselves off the floor remarkably. Somehow, they've stopped this from escaping them. Somehow, Liverpool don't get the win in normal time. They will be forced to play for extra time, and Newcastle escape by a hair of their breath. By their wits. They are not yet out of the Emirates FA Cup. They were so close to being beaten by Liverpool for the 3rd time this season. They just about save it. They're the ones that make the late comeback. What a brilliant counter. What a brilliant ball by Tonali. The captain stood up when we needed him. It's got to be such a better extra time against Liverpool if we want to win this. It's got to be a much better extra time. Livramento just judges himself in the way, deemed to be a free kick for nothing, because that wasn't a handball. Livramento successively in the way. Corners, Liverpool, not many of these corners today. Linton. Well, to be fair, I'm not going to blame Van der Ven for trying that, but I think he should just be clearing it. Van Dijk. Burks, Isak. From a twist and turn pass Hall. Is anyone there? Yeah, Gordon is. Guimaraes. Alanga. I think the final ball was costing us in this game and against Liverpool in general. Our final ball against Liverpool was rushed because of how compact and tall their defence is. It's easy to play the long balls in the box, it's easy to drift down the wing against teams with smaller opponents or teams with more open pace at the back, but Liverpool leaving no room, barely any room for error. Linton does really well to contend with that. It's Gordon, and I think we're just going to have to go the direct route. We're going to have to go the Lookman route. Good clearance, but because Liverpool's height. Oh, Tonali, that's a really good tackle. That's a really inspirational challenge. And we need a bit of inspiration. Gordon! Carried away, 15 minutes, quarter mile away from penalties if the scoreline stays like this. The dreaded 12-yard spot kick out or a blissful winner. But either way, Newcastle not good enough in attack. Gordon. I mean, don't get across it. I mean, get across when you need to, but... Joe Linton, good from him. Gordon, ball. Oh, I know what he's trying to do. I know what he's trying to do, but we've got to be certain in games like this. You've got to. This Liverpool side ain't like that. Really good challenge by Botman. Crucial challenge. They're not done yet, Liverpool. There's 9 minutes to go. There's 8 minutes to go. If they score again, Liverpool. Oh! Van der Ven! And did he get a touch? He did! Ramsdale, crucial moments, crucial games. And anywhere will do. Mickey Van der Ven storms out. He's fast. But how much energy has he got left in the tank? He's got enough. He's got enough. He's got enough. See, that's the problem. Alanga, you've just got to be better, and that crosses in. 4 minutes to go till penalties. 4 minutes to go till penalties. I hate penalties. Newcastle haven't been in a penalty shootout yet this season. Thank the Lords for that, but this is not the game to be in one. This is the opposition we're playing. There is 1 minute left. There is 1 minute left, maximum. Frimpong, don't lose it now! Maybe! Yeah! He's in! Alanga! What's he doing? Oh my God! That is heartbreaking. They got a score there. That has to be the winner. Oh, Alanga. Oh my God, just shoot. Just put it in the net. Shoot. Shoot. Don't try and fight Gordon. Don't try and fight Lookman. Virgil van Dijk's back there. Why? Why do you try? And find him. Shoot. Conviction. That was the last kick. Now you've got us to go to penalties against a really tough Liverpool side. No, because you don't know what can happen on penalties. It's a lottery ticket. You should be scoring that. That is massive for Newcastle. Why is he trying to pass? Why is the pass so poor as well? And we're going to penalties. Whatever happens, it made me proud. Whatever happened, we orchestrated ourselves an extra time. But it comes down to the dreaded lottery ticket from 12 yards and 12 yards. Gordon to take the first one. In. It's always good to see that water pass one fly in. Alexander Isak against Ramsdale. The boos ring from St James's Park. Can Ramsdale come up with the goods? It's a really good penalty. Same spot Gordon placed it. 1-1 in the shootout. No one wanted him to miss. Lookman! Another fabulous penalty. 2-1. Alexis McAllister now. This way, he looks to eagerly twist in. Tuto, another emphatic penalty. I told you, these penalties are not going to be easy. Guimaraes! Another emphatic penalty. They're up for it, but is Ramsdale up to the test? Cody Gagba. Oh, down the middle. Sandro Tonali for free. It's getting scary now. Jones. Oh! Curtis Jones has rattled the post. Newcastle on the verge of heading through to the semi-finals. 1-1 kick from Joe Linton sends us through. Please score, boot it, do your best, Jonathan! Newcastle's trophy first is not going to be quenched by only the Carabo Cup. They are in the semi-finals of the Emirates FA Cup thanks to a Curtis Jones penalty miss and all 5 penalties being comfortably converted by Newcastle. They could have won it late on for Elanga, but all is forgotten now. The main thing in the game was the 90+ first minute equaliser from Bruno Guimaraes to keep us in it. And Liverpool is undone. Finally Newcastle get over the little fear. They still can beat him in normal time or extra time. They didn't lose though. Vamos. Vamos. Last game of the stream, we are playing Atalanta, or as known as Bergamo Calcio, in the Champions League quarterfinals. Not the hardest tie either to get, so they've been kind to us in the draws, but still a game in the Champions League. One more game against Atalanta. One more game. Champions League first leg in the quarterfinals, and we get honourables at being at home. Champions League, and saying that, bloody Champions League. Last game of the stream, it's a big one. We've overridden all of our games today, but this is massive in the Champions League. Quarter-final leg one. Probably won't be a 3-0 win like Villarreal, but we've got to give it a test. And because we're playing at home, it's crucial that we don't lose, because we'll be going to Atalanta in the second leg, so it's genuinely massive. Good spirits, really good spirits after our last few wins today. We've won 3 and drawn 1. We've got 1 more to play. It's a massive one as well. Here we go, Champions League. Quarterfinals. This is where you start getting the bigger teams, you start getting a bit more nervous, you start thinking, are we immortal? Are we really getting there? Are we really in this position? Are we really in the quarterfinals of the Champions League? Luckily, we've got the easier side of the draw by the looks of it. Atalanta, still a decent opposition to face us tonight. St James's Park embraces a massive roar. Here we go, Edison. Van der Ven, Joe Linton hits a man, but Newcastle will escape. Gordon trying to muscle his man out the way. And even. Livramento running into a bit of bother. Van der Ven running into a bit of bother. Livramento looks for the skies. Rice picks it up, and that's what happens on the second ball. Oh, Gordon looking for his favourite man, Lookman. Oh, good win back by Tanai. Lookman's making that famous run in the middle. He's got it in the middle. Why is he turned? I don't know. Drop in, denies, but he should have just hit it first time. He was in his favourite position. Good goal. But no. Corner, all to take. Joe Linton through the crowd, went through quite a bit, and Ellison. Ball again. Botman, Guimaraes blocked. Alanga, Guimaraes again. Too central, too low. Not enough power. Easy save. That chance from Lookman. Yes, he got the shot away in the end. Yes, he's the man. Champions top scorer, Premier top scorer, but for a man like him, he's got to score that. Any player should realistically be getting it on target for the first time. Van der Ven. It's all. Tonali. Adamar Lookman waits and waits. It's Anthony Gordon now. Why did he stop? I don't know. Here he goes. Little turn. Little Cascada! Ah! It's a tap-in! Ah! It's a tap-in! A bit of luck. A bit of scabiness about it. He won't care one bit. He won't care that Newcastle are absolutely rampaging with noise and celebration. It's another header off the mark for Arnemada Lookman. He won't care about the missed 5 minutes ago. He's bathing in the Magpie glory. 1-0, quarter, an hour in. Completely deserved. And now the cave of what is St James's Park roaring. Anthony Alanga, Arnemada Lookman jumping, Joe Linton, he's offside, Gordon I think. Gordon nips it! Oh my God! Oh! It's a gift to the gods, from the gods! Gordon nips in! Chopping on the mount, chopping under pressure, Newcastle double the lead! It's a Champions League shocker! Just like the Villarreal game, they're one leg in the semis. What are we witnessing here? Crumbling to pieces. We're gonna win the league. We're gonna win it all. And now you're gonna believe us. And now you're gonna believe us. And now you're gonna believe us. We're gonna win it all. It's a crazy moment of sequences that. 2 goals. A bit lucky for both of them. Completely deserved though. What is Chubbin thinking? Guimaraes stepping off the mark. It's a Casqui. There's a Casqui. Newcastle with a dream start, really. And over the top towards Wilson. Good from Gordon though, so persistent pressure. They've just turned past a few here, and there's an opportunity here, and they've got a goal. Not all smooth sailing, game back in it, 2-1. Well, fine. Newcastle just caught out there, the turn too easy. Champions League is one string competition. I don't know how it scored there. Gordon to get things going again. All to further get things going again. Laser Baglerman! Oh, great opportunity. Sancho Tonali! It's hit a few. It's absolutely pantomime. Oh, drop in, you cheeky boy. What are you doing playing that ball again and almost getting into a bit of trouble, really? I mean, that's Atalanta getting into all sorts of trouble. Guimaraes off the ball, 2 advantages. Botman there. Blue card for the captain. Poor challenge, shouldn't have been done. It's not a press pass at all. Good. Really good by Joe Luton. He's on the yellow! What are you doing diving in like that? You're lucky you didn't touch him, otherwise you'd be off. However, Van der Ven doesn't like... Oh! 2-2. My anger, my frustration, my annoyance is all hidden by my silence. 2 goals up, thrown absolutely carelessly away. It's 2-2. All that hard work to get 2 goals in front has been done. I told you anything can happen in the Champions League, and the king of comebacks has been comebacked on. Here is Gordon. Elanga reaching it. Guimaraes! Never meant to might go for it again. Maybe Joe Linton. Paul wins a corner. Means absolutely nothing to Newcastle, not to get off the list or anything. But they don't score from corners. Mardic. Yeah. Well, 2-0 was going so well until we threw it away so easily, and that's not good enough, boys. It was never going to be easy in the Champions League. It was never going to be easy as Villarreal, I thought. I was almost proved wrong, and I was surprisingly proved right in the end. We were actually the better team in that half as well. Botman just hanging back, as he should, as he would. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Tonali, Botman, they're all being beaten. Hall eventually stopped, he snuffled out. Now Joe Linton breaking at some fine pace, pushed aside after his heavy trampoline touch. Van der Ven marking the middle, it's over the top. Chance! What a save! Making up for his error against Liverpool, that's for sure. Tonali. Oh, you see the ball, you see it could have been. He's just trying to mark a bit, and they might have some more problems with Ramsdale. Shot on! Saved again! Oh, he's gone over! Oh, it's a penalty! Oh, he's off the captain! Oh, we're down to 10! What the bloody hell is going on? Insult to injury, Newcastle throwing it all the way. From 2-0 down, Ramsdale's made 2 saves. Bruno Guimaraes goes diving in recklessly, irrationally, erratically. Not only Newcastle are down to 10 men, they're about their captain, and they're about to go 3-2 down if this penalty kick goes in. 10 minutes in, it's a massive moment in the Champions League quarter-final. Wilson against Ramsdale. Down the middle, Ramsdale moves out the way, Atalanta take their lead. St James's Park call for some... They call for a comeback, but can you come back down to 10? I don't know. Gordon. We're going to have to call from the gods now. We're going to have to call on every single Newcastle United fan to help us through this. We're going to have to hope for one of our crazy, chaotic comebacks once more. Because we don't have to come back on every game. We do get quite a few clean sheets. We do win games by small or big amounts, but there are games we've had to come back this season, especially in the Champions League. And you're asking for a bit too much because we are down to 10 men. We've done it before this season, from down to 10 men on one, from being behind, but I don't know if we can do it here. Look, man, it's a crucial game in the Champions League. Going away from home to Atalanta and losing is not good at all, and Bruno Guimaraes is going to miss that. Well, he's not going to miss anything because it's 2 yellows, but good penalty, and we're 2-0 up, and it's been so disappointing to see us go from 2-0 up to 2-2. We're going to need some crazy things to happen if we want to win this. I've got belief, don't worry about that, but it's about being realistic in this game. He's turned aside! Glorious save by Ramsdale again, beats the badge in frustration, and his 3 saves, apart from the penalty either side, have kept Newcastle fighting and kicking. Nicky Van der Ven with a block. It almost off to Ardemala Lookman, who's probably frustrated, and I'm not surprised. Botman, Tonali, just need to get some pressure on. Oh, Lookman, and they're kind of going ahead here, Newcastle. Gordon, Hall, Jonathan, he's in! Pass it to the man! Fucking denied, he's denied. Every single player expected the goal to bolt. I did anyway. Gordon, Lewis for Newcastle! Chubbin pushes it aside. The pressure remains with 20 to play. Hall in the centre. Van der Ven behind Lookman. Tonali. I'm not sure Van der Ven should be up in this sort of game when we're down to 10. Tonali, Lookman, Jonathan! Not enough power. Chubbin denies again. 10 men of Newcastle not leaving without a fight. Van der Ven! Oh, it goes wide. Quarter of an hour to go. They're digging in deep as they must. They're being held on by every single Newcastle fan. But when Chubbin's saving it, it's not enough because they've left it too late. They've left it without a man. They've left it. And they shouldn't have had to do anything. Oh, we don't want to concede another because we'd have to go away from home losing. Tonali. 10 minutes to go. Look, when he just had to get it away. He's on the floor. Tonali. And 10 minutes to go. Even an equaliser would be crucial. Would be brilliant for Newcastle for the second leg. It's been disappointed how the second half's gone. It would be crucial to get it. Alanga. He's in here, look, Alanga. Danger for him, the Liverpool match. Why? Shoot! Shoot! Where's his confidence? He's literally one of our best players and he can't. Oh. '88th minute, Newcastle hanging on. They have only lost 3 games this season. They haven't lost in the Champions League yet. They're on the verge of doing so. They have themselves to blame. There's barely any time to play. Alanga though. Look! It's gone on! It's in! Solution! All square and the captivating second leg to come. They do not give up. The last 25 minutes has been owned by the 10-man Magpies. They defend what is theirs. They've thrown away a 2-0 lead. They got down to 10 men, but at the last possible kick, Anthony Gordon is the Magpie saviour, the Newcastle saviour, to get them all level into the second leg. Setting things up really nicely for the second leg. Wow. It's a draw. It's disappointing how we gave away a 2-0 lead. The penalty and the red card from Guimaraes as well. But in the end, we are going all of a piece to away from home. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We'll call it there. 5 games played, 3 wins, 2 draws. You thought the 2 draws would be bad. The draw we just got then isn't the end of the world, as we have a second leg to come. The Premier League draw at the start of the stream does maybe put us in second, however, by a mere margin. So we've won a trophy today. The Carabo Cup is ours. That's 1 out of 4 trophies won. Newcastle in this FA Cup semi-final, and they're still in the Champions League quarter-final, and they're still well in it in the Premier League. My next FIFA stream, I don't know when, boys. I'm trying to slow down on the amount of FIFA streams I'm doing. I'm kind of pushed to the other games I'm supposed to be doing.
You're missing a brilliant game of cricket.
I'm about to come down.
So, England.
I know, we got 1 gone from like 9 runs or whatever, like 4 runs or whatever it was.
Got 2 now already. New Zealand's 12 for 2. Hart's got 2 wickets in the first 2 overs.
Yeah, didn't we end up like?
No, they're still massively in front.
I thought it was 84 runs.
Yeah,
it's not like bad.
They're 96 for 2, New Zealand, effectively. 12 for 2. Yeah, it's a shame we didn't get to the back 4 to 50. That would be another event.
But yeah, I will be doing a Fortnite stream in a bit, most likely. Hopefully that is the plan, and then a Minecraft stream as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna go watch the cricket. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, guys.